In today's video, we're going to go over the basics of Google Calendars. We're going to create a new calendar, change up its color, look at some settings for calendars for viewing options, add an event, set up some notifications, add someone else's calendar to ensure that we understand how our times can line up, and add an attached document to a new event. The way I usually go to calendars is I go and select my Google Apps icon and I look for my calendar icon. Reminder, you can move your icons to suit your needs. So if you find yourself using one particular app more than others, move it up closer or to a spot that is easily accessible to you. So I click calendar, and once it loads, you have a few options already to play with. You have your month viewing on the side. You also have any calendars you've previously created. You can also change your viewing options. So you can view as for a week, you can view by day, month, year, personal schedules, 4 days, or you can decide, well, this is primarily a weekday calendar, so I don't want to show my weekends. That changes your view to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, leaving off Saturday and Sunday. To create a new calendar, we press the plus sign over above My Calendars. This will allow you the option of new calendar, browse resources, browse calendars of interest from a URL, or import a calendar. For today, we're just going to add a new calendar. For this calendar and for this experiment with walking through the steps, I'm just going to call it Google Educators, simply that. And I'm going to title it or describe it as a walkthrough lesson. Making sure my information is correct, time zone, and I'm going to click Create Calendar. As it loads, you're going to see it change screens and come over on the side here. You can open up your settings and go into specifics, or go back, and now you'll see it on the side here. If you want to change its colors, you just click your 3 dots on the side, and you can actually change your colors. For this one, I'm going to go for just kind of a dull gray color to keep it simple. And now I'm going to start adding events. So when I click on this calendar, it's viewable to me. I'm going to make it so I can't see any of my other calendars for viewing options. And if you find that you're not using one very well, if you click your options, you can hide it from your list, or you can remove the calendar. So I'm going to remove this practice class one, and I'm also going to remove this practice class one, and this unsubscribes. So now to add a new event, I'm going to go ahead and just look at Wednesday. And let's say that from 6 to 7, which it already defaulted to, I can also change these times in 30-minute increments. If I wanted to change to 6:15, it would allow me to do that also. And it also adjusts the times over here to give me hour to hour and a half increments. If I wanted it to be just 8 o'clock, it would do that as well, but I have to manually type it in. So I'm going to call this test event, and I'm going to make it an event. It's only going to show up in my Google Educators calendar, but you can also select more options. When you select more options, you get into a variety of abilities to add a specific location. So if I want to say my room number, 7209, I can do that. I can also add conferencing. This is where I can add a Hangouts meeting if some people are not at the location. And I'm going to make this be busy. This is also where I can add an attachment. So I click on this, it's going to open up any recent items from my drive, and I'm going to click this meeting agenda. Now, I haven't added anything to this agenda, but if I wanted to, I could. So I've added it, and you can also change your settings in the document you've attached so other people can edit it as well. Now, if I want to invite certain guests, I can click over here and I can invite anyone who immediately pops up, or I can type in specific names. So if I want to type in Beth, my .org account, I can do that and it will send me a notification. Now, what I also want to do is I want to make this an event that does not repeat. You can set it up to be reoccurring. You can make it custom to get it to be a specific time frame every week or daily, whatever you need. Now, I also want to add 2 notifications. I'm going to add one notification for an email, and I'm going to do it a day before. So I'm going to say day, and I'm going to say 1 day before. And I also want to add a notification, and this one will kind of pop up, and I'm going to do it 30 minutes before, just to ensure I have enough time to get my materials ready and myself ready. Once I notice my date and times are in their correct places, and I've invited who I wanted to, I can click save. And would you like to send invitations to guests? Yes, I do. I want to send it. So I want to make it so that they can edit this because that's who I'm sending it to, but you can also make it so they comment and view. These are similar to the Google Docs settings. I can also just select don't give access so that they only can see the file I've attached, the meeting agenda. But for this, I want them to be able to edit. And then I say, got it, because this person is not in the same organization as I am. And I say invite, and there's my event. Now, if you want to add someone else's calendar who is within your network, you can select add coworkers calendar. This shows you anyone else who's in your network who's made it viewable. If I wanted to find my account that I've just invited, I can go for it, but I don't have access to this person's calendar. But I can request. So I can say, hey, give me access, please, 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 or email to give me access if they're not in the same network. Now they can reject, and that's totally okay. So this again was just a simple overview of how to create a new calendar, change its colors, change some viewing settings, add an event, notifications, invite, and also attach a document.